when you're at DollyWood, make sure you come and visit Harvey during Pumpkin Luminights.
Welcome back to my channel, Travel Spin. My name is Ariel, and on this video, this will be day 2 of my first time to DollyWood. The first video, I didn't know what I was going to show you guys, but the second video is a lot more structured. However, I lost my good intro to this vlog. I don't know where it went. I filmed 2 takes and the second one disappeared. So maybe I wasn't even filming. I do that sometimes where I think I am filming and I forgot to press record. So you're gonna see the video kind of jump into me mid-explaining, and that's because I lost the first video clip to the intro. But I hope that you guys enjoy. This video is going to be a lot more structured, and we're gonna take a look at some of the lands, and I'm gonna do ride breakdowns, and we're checking out Pumpkin IllumiNights. So thank you guys so much for coming with me. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. I have arrived at DollyWood and I'm very excited to get started. So first off, I wanted to show you a few things near the entrance that are super important to know. So when you enter DollyWood, if you come from the preferred entrance, it's right in front of you, but if you come from the main entrance, you can come from over here right around to here. And this is something I've never seen before. So this is a ride height measurement center. And in here, you can get your ride height checked by craft members. I think they're called hosts here. But you can get your little one's measurement done by the hosts, and then they give you a color-coded wristband so you know what rides you're good to go on, and they also have a brochure explaining it. So I think that's really, really cool. Right near the entrance, there's also locker rentals. So if you need to rent a locker, they have them right over here. And if you come in through preferred parking, there's a ticket booth right there that you can buy extra things, including your ticket in, of course, if you didn't buy that. Today I bought the DollyWood Time Saver Pass. So this is like basically the fast pass of DollyWood. I think it was $80. I'm gonna have to check. I got the unlimited. There's 2 options. There is one that you can choose a select amount of rides throughout the day, and then there's the unlimited pass. I bought the unlimited because I don't know exactly what my plan is. I could use, I could go on a bunch of rides, or I could just do a few. I'm okay with that. But I bought this one. The other thing I did right when I walked in was I bought the Harvest Festival Tasting Pass. So this tasting pass was $34.99, and you're allowed to choose up to 5 items from the Harvest menu. The Harvest Festival has booths spread out throughout the middle of the beginning part of the park, and there is a lot of yummy food. Yesterday I actually tried some food and it was really, really good. But today I went and bought the pass because I'm interested in trying a lot more out. They have goodies like cakes and savory options. They also have a lot of drinks to choose from. Special sparkling punch. The sparkling punch I had yesterday was delicious, and I really loved it, and that's what made me realize I wanted to do the tasting pass today, because at first I wasn't going to, but I really liked it. I also ended up buying a DollyWood hat. I'm sure you guys saw it in part of my videos yesterday because it's really bright here. Even though it was cloudy, I started getting sunburnt on my face, so I bought a hat. We're gonna start with some history about DollyWood, what used to be here, and then we're gonna take a tour of the park.
The park that is today known as DollyWood began as a small-scale attraction that had a connection to Tweetsie Railroad in North Carolina. If you would like to see my first visit along with the history of Tweetsie Railroad, I will link the video that I made this summer down below. In the 1960s, a tourist attraction boom began in Pigeon Forge in nearby Gatlinburg, Tennessee, with small roadside attractions springing up all around what used to be gold fields and farmlands in the Smoky Mountains. Wanting to get in on the action, the Robbins family, the same family who opened Tweetsie Railroad in North Carolina, opened a small attraction called Rebel Railroad. The park cost $1 million to build, and it opened in 1961. Following the same blueprint as Tweetsie, they created a 5-mile train ride with various shops themed as an old western town around the station that they called Rebel Town. The reason the park was dubbed Rebel Railroad was because the park was themed after the Civil War, specifically the Confederacy. After After people were done shopping in the western town, they could then take a train ride on engine Klondike Kate. And what a wild ride it was. Kids were sworn into the Confederate Army, given toy rifles, and told to shoot at Union troops and Indians to protect the Confederate train. All along the journey, they had actors in various scenes trying to take over the train. As you could imagine, this idea did not sit well with visitors from the northern states who did not like the idea of the park encouraging their children to shoot at Yankees. Because of this, the park was changed to a standard western town and renamed Gold Rush Junction in 1964. In 1968, Art Modell, the then owner of the Cleveland Browns, purchased the park from the Robbins family. Many believe that he bought it to use as a tax write-off, but after the purchase, Art began adding rides to Gold Rush Junction, the first being a log flume attraction. The park continued to grow over the years by acquiring other rides from various theme parks and carnivals around the country. The park was sold yet again in 1976 and renamed Silver Dollar City. The owners created dark rides and large coasters similar to their own park with the same name that is still located in Branson, Missouri. And this move gained 500,000 guests per year. In 1982, the famous country singer Dolly Parton was doing a TV interview with reporter Barbara Walters. After being asked what more Dolly wanted to do after her major music success, Dolly said that she would love to build a fantasy park like Disneyland near her hometown in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. The owners of Silver Dollar City saw this interview and, not wanting to compete with Dolly's new park, they offered her a partnership to turn Silver Dollar City into Dolly's dream park. As it turns out, Dolly already had a strong connection to one of the buildings inside the park. In 1973, when the park was called Gold Rush Junction, the owners built a chapel with donated wood used during the 1800s. The chapel was named after Robert F. Thomas, who was a local doctor that would travel to rural mountain cabins that were hard to access so that he could offer medical assistance. He also was known for being generous and for helping the poor. Robert F. Thomas also made a house call to none other than Dolly Parton's mother, and he helped deliver Dolly Rebecca Parton on January 19, 1946 in their small family cabin. Dolly agreed to the partnership with Silver Dollar City, and on May 3, 1986, DollyWood officially opened its gates, and it has been expanding and welcoming guests from all over the world ever since. Its opening year welcomed 1.3 million guests, and today that number has soared to an average of 3 million annually. The park now has 50 rides and attractions, as well as multiple stage shows and musical numbers performed by local singers throughout the park, along with many booths that help local artists thrive and sell their goods. The park also focuses on employing local people and helping them go to college. The fact that Dolly now helps run the park with such love and care for all who enter is a poetic end from what started as a not so welcoming idea for a theme park, and I hope DollyWood will be around for generations to come. If you need your coffee fix right inside the entrance, they do have a Starbucks inside the bakery. Inside the bakery, you can also buy a 25-pound apple pie. And this is what the pie looks like when people are buying it by the slice. Holy moly. They also have tons of goodies in here. It smells so good inside the bakery. It's a lot windier today, so I am hiding my microphone behind my hand, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. But this is the Chasing Rainbows area, and I believe this is kind of like a theater, but right now they have it set up with bands playing live.
Thank y'all. Thought we'd open up with a few classics for you guys. Of course, that last one was Heartache Tonight by the Eagles. Now we're going to take it a little even further back to the 1950s with a little Rock Around the Clock.
Near the Chasing Rainbows Museum is Dolly's Closet, a store filled with Dolly's girly and sparkly style of clothing for you to purchase. I just fell in love with the whole store. I love the sparkly girly clothing. Even though I'm not a girly girl myself, there's something about Dolly style that I really liked. You can also take a look inside of her tour bus that is parked right next to the Chasing Rainbows Museum. This area of the park is the first land to the right of the entrance, and it's called Jukebox Junction. The theming takes you back in time to the 1950s, complete with rock and roll music and many authentic props. And make sure you check out the window displays while you walk through this area. Jukebox Junction is home to Lightning Rod, voted one of the top 10 coasters in the country. This hybrid coaster reaches top speeds of 73 miles per hour, has a 160-foot drop, and gives its riders nearly 20 seconds of airtime. I was super excited to go on this ride, but sadly it was closed when I was ready to go on it when I came back the next day, and it was closed due to routine maintenance. So sadly, I missed my opportunity to go on this ride, but I will be back again sometime soon to try it out.
The one thing that I like about DollyWood is near the large attractions, you know, the ones for adults and older kids, they tend, not always, but most places I've been, they have smaller attractions for kids to do outside of the ride. So if you had to split up your group and have the little ones do something while the big ones went on the big ride, it's a way for the little ones not to feel so left out. They have them scattered throughout, so some of the larger attractions have smaller attractions that are based off the larger ones without being too scary. Like this one, for instance. They have cars that you can drive, like Autopia. Alright, so Lightning Rod being down kind of was a bummer because that was my first planned roller coaster, but I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm going to hit up as many attractions as I can. Once I get to the other side that has a lot more coasters, you're going to find out that DollyWood has kind of a sprawling pathway that goes around a actual mountain. So in a way it's fantastic because it hides the giant coasters. I don't like theme parks like Six Flags or even Universal that has the giant steel coasters just out. It feels like to me, now this is just a me thing, but it feels like I'm walking through a parking lot with coasters in it instead of it being themed and hidden. And here in DollyWood, a lot like Disneyland, they have things that fit where lands are. So if you're in a mining camp, it's a mining themed coaster. If you're flying on an eagle, it's near the Eagle Sanctuary. You know, it makes sense, and that's why I love this park so much. I think it's awesome. And yeah, so let's go on some coasters because today is all about coasters, food, and the pumpkin lighting at night. All right, everybody, first coaster of the day, Tennessee Tornado. I know nothing about it, but I'm excited. So the main entrance is straight ahead, but for time saver pass, I go this direction. Twisting tornado was awesome. My favorite one so far. It's the first one I've been on, and that one's my favorite so far. I found it really smooth, barely bouncy at all compared to the one I went on yesterday, which I'll give an explanation for. And this one was so much fun. You go upside down 3 times, including kind of an inversion like loop thing. So like a corkscrew, like a mini corkscrew at the end of it. So it was really, really fun. I had a blast, so let's go find what other kind of rides we can do. DollyWood is really good about posting wait times. So this says it's 35 minutes before, and then this thing will switch occasionally and show, there we go. It'll show wait times for other rides and what rides are already down. All right, it's time for Fire Chaser Express. I'm so excited.
For your safety, all recruits.
Recruits, this is not a drill. It's go time. Fire alarm on the hill. Go, go, go.
That ride was really fun. It's kind of it's not quite a kiddie coaster. I call it like a medium coaster for kids that are trying to work their way up to the bigger rides. There were little ones on it though. But it goes forward really fast, like you're zooming out of a fire station, and then you like go around all these different turns. It's not that fast. And then there is a cool part where you go into a firework factory that had caught on fire and it's going to explode. So you have to actually back out, and then the last bit of the ride you're going backwards and you back right into the fire station to get back off the ride.
All right, it's time for Wild Eagle. This is the biggest coaster in the park and your feet dangle. So I'm really nervous, but I think I'm gonna love it. I always like coasters after I finish them, but getting on them is hard for me, but once I do it, I have fun. So here's a look at the ride vehicles, and this makes me feel a lot better. I'm really nervous about going on this ride because I don't like just lap bars. For me, it's just a comfort thing, but I have to have something around me to feel safe. So it looks like it's a comfort strap of some kind. But yeah, the fact that that's over my shoulders will make me feel a lot better. This is a beautiful. I love it when queues are themed like this. It's like you're going into a big craftsman style house. There's another look at the ride vehicle. Make sure you can fit in everything and it's comfortable for you.
All right, runners, your silver gates are swinging open. If you're ready to fly and touch the sky, make some noise.
You must be able to sit in the upright position with a straight fasten. Now, grab your gear and prepare.
I just got off of Wild Eagle. My favorite coaster I've ever been on, hands down. It was amazing. It actually feels like you're flying because the way you don't sit on the track, you sit off the track. And you had these amazing loops that were like corkscrews, but then they would swing you certain ways because of the way you're off the track. It really felt like I was flying on the back of an eagle. It was amazing. Lightning Rod is still down, but I'm gonna go walk around and see if I can find any other coasters to do. So far I've done Twisted Timbers, this Eagle ride, the Firehouse one. There is another wooden roller coaster here that I went on yesterday, but I bruised my tailbone on that. It was my fault. I was sitting kind of funny and I wasn't ready for how herky-jerky it was. I didn't prepare myself, and we came around a turn and somehow I bruised my tailbone. But all the other rides has not aggravated it, so that's really nice. I just have to be careful when I sit down. Down here in this area, they have a lumberjack lifts where you actually have to pull yourself up to the top to drop down. Next up, Mystery Mine. I know nothing about this coaster, so I'm very excited about it. Right out in front of the entrance to Mystery Mine, there is a vulture that is talking himself away.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for your edification and amusement, old Buzz is gonna do some character impressions. Fanfare, please. Dum 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 dum. Here's my impression of a hibernating bear. Watch closely now.
Mystery Mine was fun. It was like a combination of a little bit of a dark ride. The idea is you go into a mystery mine and it explodes, but you do go upside down, which I saw in the picture, but I wasn't expecting it because they kind of trick you where you think it's over and then it shoots you back up onto another lift. So be warned, it's pretty jerky, so you want to really keep your head against the headrest. Kind of like Mulholland Madness, or what is it now, Goofy's Sky School, I think, in California Adventure. It's like the same idea at first, so it makes you think that's all it's gonna be, just card turns and loops, like, you know, ups and downs. And then you go into the mine, and then you hit a lift hill, and I thought it was over, but then you hit a lift hill that's straight up, and they have like a screen above you, and it makes it look like the lift hill is like there's a sign or something from the mystery mine falling down on your head. And then right when you get there, you go shoot out into another set of track, and that set of track is crazy. That's the one that loops you, corkscrews you, and you go upside down for a good while. So that ride was really fun, but it's kind of jump jerky, and if you don't like the feeling that you're gonna fall backwards, maybe don't go on it. The restraint held me in fine, but the lift hill is like straight up vertical when you go up, so just keep that in mind. I've done all the coasters that are open, the big ones. I'm not doing the drop tower because I used to love doing that, but I get some kind of weird vertigo thing when I just drop straight now. As an adult, it happens, you get older. One coaster did make me slightly dizzy, Twisted Timbers, but I liked the ride so much that I didn't mind it after I got off. It was fine. I didn't get sick or anything, but it did make me slightly dizzy. There's that ride that really hurt my tailbone going by right now. Now that I am done going on coasters for the day, let's go try some harvest food before I come back for all the pumpkins that are gonna be lit up at night. So it is 3:30 and it's a little bit cloudy, so you can see the lights are already starting to come on the pumpkins. At night, this is gonna be amazing. All right guys, it's time. I'm hungry enough to try all my festival food. Now you get 5 tastings with the Harvest Festival Pass that I purchased when I first got here. So we're gonna try some chicken sausage gumbo first. This is the chicken and smoked sausage gumbo. According to the description, it says, "This tastes like fall. Enjoy this authentic Creole chicken and sausage gumbo served over creamy stone ground grits with smoked Gouda cheese, and it's topped with fresh scallions." This looks so good. Oh yeah, there's some of that chicken and sausage in there. All right, here goes my first bite. That is really good. That tastes amazing. It's got a little kick to it. I like spice, so it doesn't bother me. I'm used to having rice with my gumbo, so it's hard for me to realize that this is grits instead of rice, but it still tastes really good. And yeah, if you are sensitive to spicy food, it is spicy. I like spicy food. I dump mountain loads of sriracha and hot sauce on anything I eat. So to me, this is amazing. But yeah, so if you are sensitive to heat, though, do just keep that in mind. It is a little bit on the spicier side. So that is one tasting down from my official tasting card. Oh, it's getting really windy. So this is a brand new camera I'm using, so I'm not sure about the microphone. So I hope the microphone works okay. I might have to buy an external mic for this guy, but for now, this is all I had for this trip. But so yeah, so I'm done with my first tasting and about to go try my other one. But I had some tasting yesterday that I didn't have a pass for it. I just bought it spontaneously because it looked really good and it was delicious, and I'm going to show that to you right now. So I already know those things are amazing, but I'm going to taste other food today. The gumbo was fantastic, and I'm about to go see what else they had. Okay, so I got 2 more goodies to try here. I got the smoked sausage mac and cheese. There's a word in there that I can't pronounce, but I'm going to flash it now. Along with the macaroni and cheese, the other one I got is the apple dumpling. This is a baked apple and spice fill, a delicious dumpling that is the perfect autumn treat, and I agree because apple dumplings are delicious. I'm going to try the macaroni and cheese with sausage first. That's really good. It was so hot, I almost burnt my tongue a little bit, but wow, that macaroni and cheese is good. Up next, I'm going to have the apple dumpling. Technically, I'm still going to go get 2 more things to eat. I don't know if it's going to be savory or not, but I'm an adult, so I can have my dessert with dinner if I feel like it. So, let's try just the ice cream. Yeah, straight up vanilla bean kind of ice cream, which is my favorite. I like vanilla bean really a lot. Okay, so here comes the apple dumpling. Yeah, in here you can see the apple itself. That looks so good. I didn't grab a knife. I'm regretting it already. I wish I would have grabbed a knife, but it's okay. It's soft, but it's just kind of a pain to cut into without one. That is so good. It's warm and gooey, and this pastry is so flaky and fresh. And then the apple filling. This is my favorite so far for sweet items that I've tried in the park. So good. Dolly Parton has a replica of the childhood cabin that she grew up in. We're gonna go inside and take a peek real quick. This isn't even probably this is her bathroom. Her one probably bathroom she has in her house. This is how small Dolly Parton's little family home was, and she grew up here with 10 brothers and sisters. Look at the way they used to use actual newspaper on the wall for installation. It's a family stove.
Something like this, yeah. This ain't right. I think it's around here.
The sun is setting and it really is bringing out the beautiful colors of the fall leaves now. Ooh, spooky. They turned on a fog machine. I'm going to show you guys all of this once it gets really dark, but this is so fun. Okay, the sun has set. It's time to look at some pumpkins. There are pumpkins spread out all throughout the park, but there is the main path of the DollyWood, which follows, it's pretty much like a wraparound loop, and that whole wraparound loop is filled with hundreds and hundreds of pumpkins. They're all themed to the lands. So we're gonna go on a nice walk to finish up our night and just take a look at some pumpkins. But first, there is a tree over here that is all glowing inside the grove area, and I'm gonna take a peek at it right now because you guys need to see it. It's beautiful. And also, the color is not coming out on my camera as well as it is to the naked eye. It's really pretty in person, and it looks more realistic, the coloring, than it does on the camera. But let's go take a look at it.
In a clearing deep in the forest, under the mist of the beautiful Smoky Mountains, grows the ancient wildwood tree. Perched on a mighty stone base with roots that reach deep into the earth, it spreads its branches wide. Not that long ago, a special little girl was drawn to the hint of voices on the wind, and led by the butterflies that fluttered just out of reach, she found herself under the canopy of the tree, surrounded by the music of the grove. Now they say those who are pure of heart can hear it too. Can you? Legend says that when the sun goes down and the moon begins to rise, the wind blows through the branches of the wildwood tree, and the flowers and the vines and the crickets and butterflies all come to life, filling the grove with color and music and light. When the little girl's parents went searching for her, they found the child happily playing at the base of the tree. She told a fantastic tale of a forest filled with music and color. Or was it just the dream of a sweet little girl gently rocked to sleep by the enchanting music of the grove? Nights like tonight, when the grove is alive with love and light, your very own dreams can also take flight, carried by the wind like a joyful song. And you can make the music of the mountains part of your heart song forever.
Before I run off to check out the lanterns, I wanted to use my pass up because the park closes at 9 tonight and I only have about an hour left. So I got the maple funnel cake. It's supposed to have bacon on it, but I opted for no bacon just because I didn't feel like it. Usually I do like bacon on everything, but I don't like mixing bacon with sweet stuff. That's just a personal thing. And then I used my other, my last Harvest Festival for the same berry punch that I got yesterday because it's honestly my favorite thing I've had here and I just loved it so much I wanted to have it again. So that funnel cake was really good. It was nothing special except for there was maple in the funnel cake. I think that was all it was, and it's supposed to have bacon on it, but I opted out of that. So now we're gonna go look at the pumpkins. I waited until it was good and dark. I tried to film a little bit when the sun was going down and it didn't have the same effect as they look, I'm sure, right now with the sun actually down. Also, if you're coming here in the fall time, just know that you are up in the mountains, so when the sun goes down, it gets really cold. So I have a triple layer on and a vest, and my hands are freezing right now. There is so much to see and do here in DollyWood. There's a rock concert going on, well, country concert going on right behind me. But there are so many things to see and do here that it's impossible to do it all in the same day. I've been here for 2 days, and I've missed half of the things. I didn't go in a lot of the specialty shops, for instance, because I was trying to film everything else and show you guys all the other things. So just know that if you feel like what you saw today, you know, maybe didn't jive with you, like for instance the rides, there's a lot more to do than just the rides. There's theaters, there's shows, there's special like singers that just pop up out of nowhere and start jamming all throughout the park. and the scenery is gorgeous, and there are plenty of places to sit. Also, the food is amazing here. I've found that the food is way better here than any other theme park I've been to besides Disney. Maybe even rivaling Disney with some of the things I've had. But this place is amazing. I've been waiting for this all day. I could not wait for the sun to set. And now it has. And this first land we're gonna come upon is called Hoot Hollow. It's kind of hard to make out in the camera lighting because there is a spotlight shining on the words. There we go. Hoot Hollow. Oh, and you can hear an owl. How pretty. I was hearing this when the lights were on earlier. They have a ton of characters out and about for the Harvest Festival. This guy's name is Patches. He's a scarecrow. Oh my gosh, Hoot Hollow is adorable. They've got pumpkins everywhere. There are so many cute pumpkins, it's hard to count. There are thousands of pumpkins here at DollyWood that are all carved, all lit up. It's impossible to get them all on camera, but I'm gonna do my best.
Thank you. Oh guys, it's great. Good job, Savannah.
Stand in front of it, take a picture. Ready? Okay, come on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so before I go through the rest of the hollow, they have this whole pumpkin quilt set up over here, and it's so pretty. This is right over here by the ride Blazing Fury. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cool. It's got spooky fog. First the owls were nice. Now they don't look so friendly. Maybe we've overstayed our welcome in the hollow. I feel like that might be the vibe here. Suddenly don't look so pleased that we're here. And it looks like these owls made a wagon wreck. So I wonder what the pioneers did to make them mad. Maybe they stayed in the hollow too long, overstayed their welcome. Uh-oh, it looks like Tennessee Twister has been taken over by my least favorite thing on the planet, spiders. Another web over here to our left does not bode well. Oh no, there he is, I see him.
I want to get it without y'all. Move it, I want to get it without y'all.
The creepy spider lights up. Ooh. He's got his web and his friends are up here. And came there and it took us about halfway through Spooky.
I'll be right there.
This area is all squirrel pumpkins. Look at this. It's all squirrels and things squirrels like acorns and leaves. The most relaxed pumpkin I've ever seen. And I love all the pumpkins along the bottom of them too. They're so cool. It's really crowded, so it's hard for me to show you everything. There we go, there's a break in the crowd. But this pumpkin is super duper chill. Look at him just lounging about looking at all of us. Reminding us all to just take a break sometimes.
Back in there.
Oh wow, look at the projections on the back. Oh my gosh, there's projections of Batman? It's the bat signal, guys. Batman's on the way. But other than that, look at the cool projections on the back of the minecart ride that name escapes me right now. I think it's Mystery Mine, that's it. Sorry guys, I don't know the names of the rides here very well. Mystery Mine. And look at this. This whole section is kind of a chill zone. They've got a nice place where people can sit down and lounge about. I showed it in yesterday's video, but at night with this giant pumpkin stack, it takes on a whole new meaning. Hi! Thank you guys so much. Have a happy Halloween. So cute. This is over here near a photo op with cracked eggs, and you get to look like you're a baby owl. And look at all the cute little baby owls that are in there, along with all the different types of owls. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It's hard to get the lighting right because they have a lot of black light, so it kind of washes out the actual light of the candles inside all these lamps. Well, they're not candles, but you know, the flickering lights inside all the pumpkins. So I finally found the right angle to showcase how this looks to the natural eye. This is what all these pumpkins look like. They're amazing.
Come on.
The lighting is purple. I think the whole point of Mystery Mine is a cursed mine, so this is all very fitting to the spooky atmosphere of the ride itself. All over Mystery Mine, they have these amazing pumpkin bats. They look so cool. Even the vulture outside of Mystery Mine has his own pumpkins, including him, the vulture. park is officially closed and I'm making my way out, but first I've got to go through this amazing tunnel. This light tunnel is really, really cool. This is one of the most magical places I've ever been. I never was able to do anything for Halloween growing up much, so this just being here immersed in Halloween, I'm just so happy. The whole graveyard is dancing. This is a whole disco area for dancing pumpkins in the graveyard. That does it for my second day, for my first time ever at DollyWood. I had a blast today. Yesterday I was so overstimulated, like I said in the intro, but today I had a much clearer vision of what I wanted to accomplish, not only with this vlog, but just to have a better time here. And the fact that I stayed late for the pumpkins was a major plus. I just loved everything about it. I never got to enjoy much holiday, Halloween time where I grew up, so seeing everything fall, the leaves changing with all the pumpkins all over the place was just perfect. I just loved it, and if anyone wants to come in the fall time, I would suggest you do. Just be ready for crowds because it's a very popular event. They also have a Christmas event, which I probably won't make it back to this year, but I'm already planning, I'm pre-planning for next year, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to come and check everything out for Christmas as well. So that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me as I checked out DollyWood for the second day on my first time. I hope that you guys had fun. If you like this vlog, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be making a lot more of these throughout the year, and I'm very excited to be back officially. And like I said, I will make a different video explaining what happened and why I disappeared for so long. But thank you guys again so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun watching me experience DollyWood through fresh eyes because I'd never been here. I hope to see you guys really soon back here on Travel Spin. Bye everybody!